Hey now, what is up everybody? My name is Mike Brown, aka ReviewKingMB, and I am here. I'm still talking about the Resident Evil movies, but this time, Resident Evil Extinction. This is the third installment in the franchise. It came out in 2007. It is once again written by Paul W.S. Anderson, but it is directed by Russell Mulcahy. And the plot, it's been a few years since the second film, and lots of things are different, lots of things have changed. Alice has left the group that she was with, and she's off on her own. She's surviving on her own. She still has telekinesis. She's still being tracked remotely by Umbrella, and she's trying to stay away from everybody and stay off the grid. But the group that she was with, they get in trouble. She comes back to help them, protect them, but not only that, she goes after the Umbrella Corporation to stop them once and for all. Now, what I think of Resident Evil Extinction is, I really enjoy this movie. I do. It's my favorite sequel in the series. I know some people who would say this is their favorite Resident Evil movie in general, and I understand that. First of all, Alice, once again played by Milla Jovovich. I really like her here. I think she's her most grounded, at least out of the whole series compared to the rest of the sequels. She wants to survive, and you see her at the beginning. She tries to save these people who are on the radio, but they turn out to be assholes. And it's great to see her overcome all of them, go up against zombie dogs once again, and just be the badass that she can be, but she's still a good person. You see that the group that she left, Carlos, once again played by Odette Fair. I really like Carlos here. He has moments where he's even more likable, I think, than the last film. You have Claire Redfield, brand new character, played by Ali Larter, and I love Ali Larter. She's one of my favorite actresses. She instantly, you buy her as a leader, sort of dictating to people what their roles are, but she doesn't come across like a bitch. Like, you like her. I don't know where the hell Jill Valentine is. Not even referenced or mentioned where she is. Mike Epps is back as LJ, and I would rant and rave usually about Mike Epps being in this movie, especially his performance in the last film. Like, yeah, why is he here? But this is his most toned down. And he doesn't really try to make jokey jokes all the time, and he's not annoying. It's a complete 180 from the last time. He feels a part of the group, and early on, spoiler alert, he gets bit. He gets bit, and the whole film he's actually dealing with this. He does not tell the group, and it puts you in his shoes. Like, if that was me, would I tell them? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. And to see him struggle with that and to see what happens with this character, you actually really like him. Ashanti is in this movie. Why? I don't know. But she's hot. She's hot. She's not a good actress, but she's hot. There's a minor character, K-Mart. This young girl who's cute, but she doesn't do a whole lot. I just like her for the one or two scenes she has with Alice. She really connects with her, and I just wish they did more with this character. But the main villain, Ian Glenn, once again plays Dr. Isaacs, who we saw in the last film. He's been experimenting. He works for the Umbrella Corporation. At the beginning of this movie actually starts off with Alice waking up in the shower, just like in the first film. She's in the mansion with the red dress, and at first, the first time I saw this, I was like, wait, did I accidentally put in the first movie? But then you see that it's Dr. Isaacs creating these clones of Alice. He's trying to recreate the perfect version of Alice to use her for whatever he wants. And it's a creepy side plot of him having all of these dead Alice bodies that have failed. He's also working on trying to domesticate zombies, and this actually makes sense. The one good thing Umbrella tries to do is that they're trying to create a serum that turns them less rabid, less angry and ferocious, to try to make them somewhat human as human as they can be, but also at the same time, he's also creating super zombies, as we call them. They're fast running, they're more angry, more ferocious, and he's using them just to get at Alice and get after her group, to get at her quicker. It's messed up. Running zombies, I've always said, are the scariest zombies you can think of. Sure, regular zombies are pretty creepy, but you can kind of run around them, right? Fast zombies, if there's fast zombies, we're not surviving the zombie apocalypse. Like, there's no fucking way. I also like this movie for going back to the horror field. There's plenty of scenes where it's back to being creepy. It's back to being more on tension and sound and just being creepy again. This is the closest movie that they get back to being like the first, but there is also crazy action in there, of course. And the score by Charlie Clouser really makes up for the lack of a decent score in the second movie. One of my favorite things about this movie, two things actually. One is the setting. We talked about how the world, the climate has changed and everything is like a desert, sand everywhere, it's hot as hell. It looks really different, even though if you go from part 2 to part 3, it's a huge departure, a huge change. You're almost wondering, like, did I miss a movie? Is there a movie in between these that explains what the hell, like how we got this way? But you almost forgive it because it's such a cool thing. It's such a different thing to see a zombie apocalypse be this further along and seeing what it does to the characters. But the zombie crows. The zombie crows are something that I love. The zombie dogs and how awesome that was. But the crows take it up a notch. It reminds me so much of Hitchcock's The Birds and the scenes where they surround the group and their eyes are bloodshot and they're going crazy and they're pecking at everybody and it's chaos. I love the moment where Alice rejoins the group and makes the fire burn all the crows. It's such an awesome looking shot. Once again, great effects. The thing that I respect the most about the Resident Evil movies is the fact that they have a big budget, and sometimes they care far less about the story and all they care about is the action and effects. But it's a movie like this that really gets you to appreciate how much bigger this is than most other zombie movies, and that's what I think I like about it. I talked about Dr. Isaacs and how he's the main villain, and why he's my favorite villain in the series is when he gets bit by a zombie and he gets so incensed and crazed that he injects himself with a bunch of antiviruses, he starts to mutate and he turns into this creature. I can't quite describe it. He is like, half of him is a creature and the other half you can kind of see him, and he's all powerful, healing himself. He goes up against Alice and the two of them have a badass fight. It's a little too short for my liking, but I still like it. I like the references back to the hallway laser room and them fighting in the mansion, and the whole ending with Alice finding her clones and wanting to use the clones to take the fight to Wesker in Japan. Like, that's an ending that almost rivals the ending of the first Resident Evil. It's pretty damn good. So I don't really have any complaints about this Resident Evil movie. It's one of the better sequels, one of the best sequels, and one of the better Resident Evil movies. So guys, let me know in the comments below, what do you think of Resident Evil Extinction? Do you like it? Do you love it? Or do you still think this whole franchise sucks? Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Later!
Please won't you save my desires on fire? Sometimes you need a little peace at home. On fire, so wired. Come follow me and I can lose you. Come follow me and take a trip to the dark side, waiting for the perfect moment.